Welcome to Resort Cleaning. We are excited that you have found us. Running a vacation rental business can be hard work. We know. We've built and grown vacation rental businesses and housekeeping companies ourselves. That's why we've developed Resort Cleaning. Whether you have only one property or thousands of properties, Resort Cleaning has the tools you need to manage your business. We provide tools for cleaning companies and property managers alike. The core of the Resort Cleaning platform begins with a shared calendar. And over the course of the next few minutes, I'll take you through all the different features that enable property managers and housekeeping companies to manage the chaos that occurs within vacation rental housekeeping operations. When you first log into Resort Cleaning, you'll come to your dashboard. This dashboard is meant to give you a 30,000-foot view of everything that's going on within your operations on that given day. This first widget you see here tells you that you have 6 appointments scheduled for the day. Those could be 6 cleans, maintenance work orders, or any other service that you have rendered for that given day. Next, to the right, if you ever have any questions about how to use the platform or need help with anything, we offer a fully built out support center library. We are constantly building this and updating it every single day for new features that are coming out. You can also quickly and easily get in contact with our support team by clicking one of these buttons, one of these links, filling out the information, and sending it in to us. Our support team takes pride in responding to tickets within a 30-minute average. Over on the far side, if you need to manually schedule appointments, you can do that as well. You can just simply click schedule and then schedule those appointments. Underneath that widget is a confirm appointments detail. This tells you all of the new reservations that have come in since the last time you confirmed the appointments. The intent of the confirm appointments detail is to bring attention to your eyes for new reservations that have come in since you last created or set up your schedule. You'll see many of these are off within a couple of weeks away, but there is one that we may need to acknowledge. So if we wanted to confirm it, we could simply click right here and click confirm. The system will take in a moment, it'll confirm that appointment, and then you can go in and start scheduling it within your team. Additionally, you'll see on the far right side any appointments that need to be marked complete. This includes appointments from today, and it looks like there's one overdue appointment from 2 days ago that we will need to get completed here pretty soon. If we were to scroll down further, we'd see that appointment highlighted in red right here. And then we could make sure that we could either reschedule it, mark it complete if it's already done. Most of the time spent within Resort Cleaning is going to be spent within our status center. The status center is kind of your control panel. It helps you see everything going on in a given day. It tells you which properties are being serviced, what service is being rendered, who's been assigned to those properties to complete the appointments. And for the sake of ease and compatibility today, we're just going to set Dan Bradford as the housekeeper and inspector. Typically, as we all know, you would want to set different people to manage the cleaning and somebody else to do the inspection, but there's a reason for me setting it this way. You'll see the departure time for those guests, the next arrival time for the next guest, and then you'll also see if anybody has checked in, checked out, or marked complete. These check in, check out, and complete buttons are all rigged back to buttons within the app. Whenever your housekeeper, your subcontracted housekeeping team, or anybody else within your staff clicks check in, check out, or complete within their app, it'll update on your dashboard here as well. We use a series of icons to denote different statuses for different appointments. You'll notice the first icon tells you if it's a back-to-back, also known as a turnaround. If that icon is lit up in red, then you know that the guest is checking out that day and the next guest is checking in the same day. If we were to look down here at Carib B407, you notice that that is a back-to-back. We also indicate back-to-back by highlighting the text in red. The next icon tells you if that appointment was scheduled manually or if it was scheduled via integration. You'll notice that there is one scheduled via integration today through direct integration with a different property management system. We currently boast over 40 integrations. If you would like to check out more about the integrations we provide, you can simply go to our website, resortcleaning.com, click integrations. We update this just about every week with a new integration that we've released. The next icon lets you know if the unit is vacant. Vacancy can be communicated to our system in a number of ways. If your customer has called you, emailed you, texted you some way, you can simply mark vacant. When that unit is marked as vacant and updated, it'll send a push notification to your team that's involved in that task that day, and they will know that they can either get started early. Super important feature in today's current staffing climate. You need to be able to take advantage of any way of getting into properties earlier and getting them cleaned early, especially with limited staff. We also have a QR code system to where we will provide you with QR codes and guest checkout placards that you can post within your properties. You can embed them within your guest checkout instructions that you email to guests, so that all the guest has to do is either take a picture of the QR code, click on a link, and it'll automatically create a text message within their phone that they can send to our system, and it'll also update the vacancy right there. The next icon you see communicates the inspection standards for that specific appointment. In this case, this is a very simple inspection checklist, and if it were completed already, you'd see what was passed and or failed. This inspection checklist is also communicated directly to the housekeeper or service worker providing service for your property that day. Another way that we help you manage your brand standards and expectations is by giving you the ability to embed photos inside of properties. In this particular case, you can see that there are pretty extensive photos that show the way the kitchen should be set up and the way the bed should be set up. Those photos will be communicated directly to the housekeeper as well within their application. You can also create property notes. You can create one-off ad hoc appointment notes that will be shown to the service worker and that you could see back from them as well. We communicate owner arrivals via the VIP priority button. For many of our integrations, we will automatically read the next guest check-in, and if it is shown as an owner arrival, we will automatically mark that as VIP. However, this button is interactive as well, so you can click it to indicate that it is VIP for your customers. If you're cleaning and doing mid-stay services and you want your guests to know, or if your guests are commonly putting out do not disturb signs, then we give your team the ability to mark that unit was a do not disturb. If this is not a feature that's common for you, it can easily be turned off within our settings. Additionally, we have an incredible integration with Inventory Smart to help you build out your inventory configurations for all your properties. This is a fantastic way to help you manage the inventory that's flowing from your stock rooms or from your supply warehouses to the properties. At the end of each month, you can create a billable inventory report to know what you need to charge your customers for the inventory that's moved in and out of the properties. Additionally, you can set up par levels and reorder prompts to reorder your supplies when your supply levels get low. And then finally, the final icon that's available that you'll see is our service checklist. We give our customers the ability to set service standards for every single property. They can also set unique standards, not just per property, but per service. So if this was a deep clean, a departure clean, you can set your standards for departure clean for that property, different standards for deep cleans, and so on. And we'll show you what that looks like here. You'll see we've got a departure clean that had a standard, and then in this maintenance checklist, there's a different set of standards required. Before your service workers complete the jobs at these locations, they have to mark that those are complete. Let's jump over into the app and show how the app integrates and works seamlessly with your desktop system. Your housekeepers, maintenance workers, inspectors will all use the exact same app. The Resort Cleaning app can be downloaded either from Google Play or from your Apple Store. When they are ready to get started, they'll see their flat list of appointments for that given day. They can also see out into the future based off how far out you allow them to see. Standard settings are 1 day, 7 days, 14 days, 31 days, or 365 days. Our app also translates to 2 other languages. We also translate to Spanish and Brazilian Portuguese if you have any service workers in which English is not their first language. We go back to our appointments. Whenever the service worker is ready to get started, they can click check in. When they're finished, they'll click check out. And then you'll see those same level of icons available to them. If your worker has never been to the property, the address integrates over. All they need to do is click on the icon and it'll take them directly to the property address, and then they can click the directions. When they're ready to start, they can click check in. It'll check in. Over on the dashboard, this will update every couple of minutes automatically, or you can force update and you'll see exactly when they started. A couple of other things to communicate here. We can build out the inventory that you use per property. That way you know what sort of linens to put into your linen bags. We can also include your disposables such as toilet paper, soaps, shampoos, paper towels, etc. Anything that you're commonly using in every single checkout can be added in this location. Finally, as you keep moving through, you'll see all these icons so you can communicate the expectations to the cleaners. If the cleaners want to add photos, they simply would click add a photo. They can open up their gallery or take the picture directly. When they're in the property, if they notice an issue, they can click report an issue. We have two priorities, normal and urgent. Normal we would consider like if there are scuffs on the wall or paint needs to be retouched or something that can be done at a later date, you would record that as normal. Urgent issues would be things that really require immediate attention. If they were to put in an urgent issue, it would send in a push notification to the supervisors on duty that day, and then they can immediately assign that out. We're going to put in a normal one just to show you the general workflow. If I want to put in a normal that says paint needs to be retouched up, I can simply click make the request. That request goes out. Within your dashboard, within your desktop system, those subtasks will get communicated directly here. You'll see this. You have a couple of options from here. You can either schedule this and attach it to a future appointment that's already part of the reservation queue. You could schedule a new appointment with different sets of services that you've got set up. Or you can also convert this to a maintenance work order. If you convert it to a maintenance work order, then you can assign one of your maintenance techs to go complete this as well. All right. And then you'll see within their appointments where they have reported issues directly within their app. Again, going back to the inventory smart integration, your field workers will see if anything needs to be replaced so they can report immediately if something's been broken and then just request that item be brought back over. All right. When they are finished, all they need to do is click check out. When a housekeeper checks out, it sends a push notification to the inspector that's in line to get started that it's ready for them to do the inspection. And then the inspector can get started there. I'm going to check in on this one as well. If I go back to my status center here, you'll see where I checked in, I checked out, and it's now ready for inspection. And then you can also see where I checked into this particular unit. When I go to check out of this unit, it will not let me check out because there is a service checklist. I need to acknowledge that I completed all these, or I can simply click complete all and mark them complete. If I wanted to do another appointment, I can start my next appointment. Once again, if I want to check out of this appointment, I have to check that I did all of these service items. And you'll also notice that this checklist is different than the previous checklist. We give you the ability to configure custom checklists per property and per service. All right. Now, we've gotten several cleans are currently moving through the system. Let's move over and take a look at our inspection app. We see that we have 3 appointments ready for inspection. We'll see that the housekeeper hasn't started or the maintenance person hasn't started this particular appointment. So the inspector's still waiting on that one to get going. If they're ready to do the inspections, they simply click in here. The inspections are set up such that it grades the performance of the service worker. You have the ability to set up custom inspection checklist per property as well. So if you have 100 unique properties, we can help you set up 100 unique inspection checklists. Or if you'd rather have a blanketed inspection checklist, we can set that up for you too as well. To grade their performance and to do the inspection, all that the inspector needs to do is come through here. They can pass, fail individual items, all the while it's collecting the score, or they can pass, fail entire categories. We don't recommend having your less seasoned inspectors pass, fail categories, but as your inspectors get more accustomed to the properties, they will know almost immediately upon walking in whether the property is in good shape or if the cleaner needs to come back. So as they can continue going through, they can pass, fail, and it's keeping the score. Now, obviously, we probably wouldn't pass the inspection for this particular property with a score this poor, but just for the sake of the demo, we're going to say complete the inspection. You also have the ability to call back your cleaners for poor performance. When you do, it's going to show them exactly what was failed, and that's the things that they are required to complete. Okay. We keep moving on. As I said, this creates a score. and then the inspector can move on to the next inspection. When that inspection is marked as complete, it'll show us complete here. If with the integration that you're using from your property management system, some integrations we push the status back. Examples of that would be Streamline, Track, Brightside, and a couple of others. When this is marked as complete, we'll push the status back and close out that housekeeping work order or update the reservation in your system, depending on which system you're using. Once they're ready for their next inspection, they just do the exact same steps. Pass, fail, and it's keeping a grade. Now, that grade is used to grade the performance of either your subcontracted cleaning company and or your individual housekeepers. You'll see that those 2 inspections are now complete. There's one ready for inspection, etc. There are also other roles available within our system. For our timeshare, hotel, casino users, we have houseman, common area attendant roles. And for those vacation rental customers that just have supervisors that are super mobile and aren't behind a desk, we also have our supervisor role where you can see everything going on across all the properties. If you happen to notice that a particular worker is getting a little bit behind, you need to reschedule with somebody else, you can come in and reassign that as well. Additionally, you can mark the appointments completed directly from the app if you needed to. Okay, let's jump back over to our desktop system and we'll see where we are in terms of status. So we've got 2 appointments completed and 1 that's almost complete. The way the resort cleaning system works is that everything is customizable and configurable. You can customize as many services as you use within your property management or housekeeping company. You can completely assign and configure all of your staff, and you can have as many staff members as you could possibly dream up. You can customize and set up your configurable work orders, and these would be the typical services you perform on a maintenance basis. And you would also assign the unit price, so how much you charge either on an hourly basis or a per visit basis, etc. And then additionally, you can configure all the services that are applied to a particular property. Within those services, you can show what you charge, what you pay your workers, you can set default workers so that every time the integration is run or you schedule that appointment, it automatically assigns it to them. In addition, you can set how much you pay your inspectors. You can set productivity, a service checklist. And then one thing we haven't talked about yet is service automations. Service automations give you the ability to configure automated services based off arrival dates and departure dates. For this particular example, we have a departure scheduled on the 28th. It automatically scheduled a departure clean, maintenance inspection, hot tub clean. The system allows you to customize those service automations. You can configure as many unique services per reservation as you would like. Once the appointments are marked complete, then we give you the tools to easily and quickly create payroll. You come in, you set your dates, whichever dates you want to choose. Until the appointment's marked complete, it will not populate the payroll. So if I hit go for today, you'll notice that for Carib B407, Dan Bradford is owed $40 for housekeeping. There's $0 for his inspection task. Maybe we don't pay money for inspections for that property. Or if maybe we simply forgot, you can go into the appointment and update it, or you can go back to that property price config page and set it for all future appointments. 75 and 15. Simply click Create Payroll Report. It'll create your payroll report. You can then click the check boxes here. You can either email those reports to your workers, you can export them to Excel, or you can send it to QuickBooks if you're connected to QuickBooks. The same is true about building invoices. For cleaning companies and service companies, this is a pretty simple feature to help them get paid by their property managers. For property managers, this is a great way for you to keep track of all the work you're doing within a property, and then you can port it over to your property management system. So in this case, you'll see we have 25 appointments for this PM, 2 appointments for this PM at $0. That just simply means that we didn't configure the pricing. I click Generate Invoice. You can send the invoice directly to your customer. We have 3 different types of systems set up for payment. We connect with Stripe, PayPal, and we have our own internal payment processor that you can connect as well. All options provide you the ability with the exception of PayPal. The Stripe and our internal processor give you the ability to get paid via ACH and credit card. If you needed to make adjustments to invoices, simple enough. You come in here, you can add notes, you can change the amounts, you can do line item adjustments as well. So finally, we give you a number of different reports, from productivity reports that tell you how long somebody was actually in a property versus what you had expected, to inventory reports that tell you how much inventory is being used for your properties on a given day, to full property level inventory reports that show you the total amount of inventory that you've currently got assembled within our system for inventory. This is a great way for you to keep track of your total part levels for inventory that you need to keep on hand. And then finally, there's an arrival report that'll tell you all of the arrivals based off a given day setting. That concludes this demo. If you're interested in what you've seen and would like a more thorough demonstration built off the way you operate your business, please be sure to go to our website, click on Get Demo, and then just fill out the information. It'll come directly to us. You can also contact us directly. You can reach out to me. I am Danny Bradford, and my email is danny@resortcleaning.com. We look forward to working with you and hope you'll give us a chance to show us what we can do to help you thrive within your vacation rental operation.